We've got some really exciting news from Roxon. They're doing great things, and they have just given me 3 brand new implements that fit into the Flex system. And we'll talk about how those fit and all that they do. The first thing I want to do is to talk about the Flex Mini Companion, because Roxon also sent me one of these and one of the newer colors. Now this has been out for a little bit, but this is the desert tan. Comes with the knife, the can opener, the rope cutter, and the great set of scissors. On the bottom is the 4mm bit driver. Then of course it locks open and shut. You can easily open this. Now let's go ahead and show how this Roxon Flex system works. You push this all the way to the bottom, you can get the knife out, and then you can go ahead, slide it back in the slot, push it up, and you're ready to go. A very simple system once you've got it figured out. Pocket clip on the other side. Now this runs around $40, around $20 empty, $40 full, somewhere around that price point. A pretty cool little tool. Now I have it in a tan and orange. This is the green. Now this is, I think this is the KS2 right here, but this is the black style that it would come in. And then of course there is the regular size Flex Companion, and this is the Mini. Also, I have the Titan and the regular Flex that we'll go ahead and show some of the implements in. Now, one of the first things I want to talk about is an implement that seems to have confused some people. So we'll go ahead and showcase this in the Mini. Let's go ahead and take out a couple tools. And that's a great time to talk about how many tool space this takes up. All right, we've got the nail clippers back into this tool. Now they take up 2 slots. They are very slim. Roxon has done a great job in their engineering of this tool, but in the meantime, it has confused some people. Now it lays flat, so you've got to go ahead, get this out, and most people, or some, seem to assume it's ready to go. That is not the case. So let's take a closer look, and you can see the jaws do not meet together. That is not a design error. It's made to go up here. Now it is ready to cut. If you notice, the jaws completely close. Now I have used this on my fingernails and it works pretty great. I have a piece of plastic I will bring over. So I've got some plastic we'll go ahead and do an experiment on. You can see that there it's cutting, and it just completely cuts the plastic right off. Now, if I have it in the other position and I try to cut, if I've just opened it up and I haven't taken that last step, then yeah, it won't even cut the plastic. So very important, when you get this, it is not broken. You just have to make sure that it fits into this last slot, and then you're ready to go. So you can close this and you slide it down, and then it's locked into position flat. Then you can go ahead, close this. A very minimalist set of nail clippers. So I was thinking with these Roxon implements, I would have loved to have had these several years ago when I was going through my crazy survival phase. I was making Altoid tins. I was using military pouches, the older Alice style and the Molly pouches. I was making hiking backpacks, all kinds of survival gear. But yeah, these nail clippers would have done an excellent job just fitting them in even by themselves. So I don't think these always have to even just go with the Roxon system. I think they're great for some perhaps minimalist hikers, backpackers to even put by themselves. All right, now let's go on to the next tool, which is really neat. Well, before we do, let's go through this. So the nail clipper, it comes in at $13, takes 2 slots. It is made of 3CR13, and it is considered a bestseller. So I would try to buy this quick, because Roxon does have a habit to sell out of some of these, and then you have to wait a little bit before it comes back in. So I think the wire stripper and the pliers, maybe it happened with both of those. So if you're interested in this, make sure to jump on it. All right, now for the next tool, which will be the double-sided Leatherman style bit driver. Let's go ahead, get the Flex Titan out. I think this is a great platform to put this in. Now the double-ended driver comes in at $6. It does take up 3 slots in the system. It's made of 420S2 steel, and the regular bit driver that we just took out takes up 4 slots. So you do gain 1 slot by using this. Now, why is this so important? Well, for $6, I think what it offers you is pretty much a little bit more secure driver to use the whole Leatherman system. Now, there is a huge Leatherman family of Leatherman style tools. There's the regular Leatherman ratchet. Of course, 711L has their small ratchet in 1/4 inch, but also in the Leatherman size. And then when you go on Etsy, there's even people like Kristen Van Patten that make a pen, ink pen bit that fit in here. And then you can carry these double-sided bits. For instance, even the one from Roxon in this 3D printed holder that you could carry almost like on a zipper from Kristen Van Patten. And this really stays in there. So pretty neat. Now the one from Roxon, it says 5.5 and pH 2. It does seem to be, I think it's a magnet at the end. It doesn't fall out, but it seems like that's how it is secured for only $6. Pretty fantastic. And of course, you have tons of opportunities to buy Leatherman bit kit, Galvanox bit kit, and many, many more. It seems like every time I look on Amazon, a new company is popping up with another set of these double-sided Leatherman style bits. So that is, just your gateway to all kinds of access to Leatherman style gear. Now, the next tool that Roxon sent to the channel, they sent the nail clipper, the Leatherman style bit driver, and this magnifying glass. So they also sent that to the channel. Now, this comes in at $5. It takes up 2 slots, and this is made out of what feels like plastic. Also, it is 4 times. That's a magnifying power, 4x. Now, I wrote down some notes, and you can see, so the magnifying glass definitely works, makes them bigger. Or even on this Wera, let's bring this over. So some very small print. You can see how that works there. But this magnifying glass, I think, will be useful for people, perhaps even in survival situations. I'll have to test this out, but I know with a lot of magnifying glasses, if you catch the sun's rays right, you can use this instead of a ferro rod to start fire, and it does work. So I do think people will enjoy taking this outdoors. Pretty good supplement to the Roxon Companion series or the Flex series. Now, when we look at this, I think it's pretty important to note that they do make this protected on both sides so that even if it scrapes against a tool, the magnifying glass itself is protected, which is pretty neat. So something that Roxon has had out for a little bit are these wire strippers, and they are pretty great. I have reviewed these, but these are some of the best wire strippers on the market for multi-tools that I have found currently. Really, really good. Now, one of the things we need to talk about is some of these fit a little bit better in some systems than others. So for instance, the nail clipper is where I have seen some of this stand out. And right there you can see that I'm having an issue where it doesn't fully compact into the frame. Now, I think Roxon has tried to address a little bit of this, but so this doesn't necessarily fit with all the tools. So it definitely fits with this one. Let's check out the Titan. I'm not sure how well it's going to work with the Titan. Might work. It looks like it still sticks out a little bit, and that's because it's hitting the pliers. So pretty much where these nail clippers will work best is in the mini flex and the regular flex companion. Maybe there are a couple others, but that is something in the future. I'm assuming they may come out with a smaller nail clipper, but for the moment, unless I move this over, that might be something I need to do. Let's go ahead, take out the scissors, or yeah, scissors. Let's put this in the far, yeah. I'm still having an issue with that. So that is one thing to keep in mind. These definitely work the best with the mini companion, and then the regular companion, I'm pretty sure they would work there as well. So Roxon keeps innovating. They keep doing really great things. I really love these new implements they have brought out. The Flex lineup is just awesome. It is becoming really good, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Roxon is doing even cooler things this year, so make sure to keep tuned. A lot more is in the works.